Welcome to my humble abode. Today I'm going to be watching some bizarre bub. We're going to be watching and rating some of these spooky videos. So yeah, that's about it. If you want to watch it without me yapping, you can. Just check out his channel down below in the description. And yeah, with that, let's get to watching.
On March 4th of 2026, at around 11 p.m., Destiny K is fast asleep when suddenly something unexpected wakes her up out of bed.
Her tootsies are out. Her tootsies are out. What was that, lightning?
Destiny didn't know it at the moment, but her house was struck by lightning. However, this wouldn't be the only thing she wasn't aware of, because on the same night of this incident, something rather creepy was recorded on camera. During the time that lightning struck her house, something happens inside her room.
That's why that shit just like lit up.
So that's me in bed. There's a TV. Look in this general area, okay? This corner of the room, and tell me if you see what I see. The lightning strikes. Look in this bottom right corner.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm looking for it.
There.
Where?
To the brightness.
Now I'll play the video in slow-mo so you can see it better.
Yes, please.
But keep in mind that the sound you hear in this video isn't scary music that was added to the footage. The sound is naturally what you hear when you play it at 10% speed. The following is what was caught.
I don't hear or see anything. Isn't that just her, like, fire alarm going off? The beep, beep, beep? Okay. I don't think it's anything. I think they're just lightning made it so that something looks like it's there on the camera, but it's not. But there's nothing actually there. It's nothing. It's just a weird camera glitch, maybe.
Do you see that? Tell me that doesn't look like a person sitting on the floor in my bedroom.
It doesn't.
And then they're gone.
That doesn't look like a person at all.
And then it's just gone.
What?
With this thing. Keep in mind that
Although Destiny can't figure out what exactly was caught here, she can definitely see an outline of a body. The image isn't exactly the clearest, but there's no doubting that something which wasn't there initially suddenly appears before disappearing in a flash.
So over here is where I capture the footage.
That is not a person.
I don't want to go over there, so I'm kind of staying over here. I haven't really sort of crossed this way. I sort of exit out the other door. Basically, I saw the flash.
Now, little did she know that this wouldn't be the only thing she recorded on camera, because something else was captured inside her home on the same night of this incident.
Of course it was.
Literally half the power in this house is out. Half of the house is out.
Over at her living room, her security camera recorded the fire department arriving to her house. They were there to check for any fire hazards caused by the lightning strike. But during their inspection, something very strange happens.
What?
This is all captured on like a security camera that's battery operated, and thank God we had that. Pay attention to this firefighter right here. He keeps looking over at the couch again and again, like as if someone's sitting there and there's not. And this is when it really gets
Maybe
scary.
he just wants
According
to
to
look
the
at your
firemen,
house.
they'd sworn they'd seen someone sitting down on this couch.
Oh, interesting.
Watch closely.
I take that back?
Really?
Or is he in on it? Somehow, I don't know. I wonder what he's going to capture. Or, I mean, what the camera's going to capture. What is he going to see? Interesting. Okay. The couch moves. Was the fighter looking that way as if someone was got up or sat down?
On the same sofa where they thought they saw someone sitting, this happens. an imprint on the back cushion begins to rise, almost as though someone had gotten off the couch.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's quite likely that the firefighter was merely leaning on the sofa, causing the cushion to pop back into place after getting off. But here's where things start to get truly
That could
creepy.
be it too. That could be it too.
If it's likely the case that the fireman was responsible for the rising cushion, then how does one explain this? On the same recording, just a few minutes before checking this panel, a fireman shines his light on the couch and shows this.
You know what, actually, I knew you did. That's the very corner of the dark and the right and the wall. There you go.
Oh, it does it again.
All I need are 10.
But why continuously get up though? That's weird. I don't know. Why would it
No one
continuously
was
get up?
leaning on the couch this time, let alone being close to the sofa, yet somehow an imprint begins to clear up as though someone had stood up from sitting down. Like someone disturbed by the light, they move away. Now, none of the firemen had noticed the shifting imprint, and neither had Destiny, until she went through all the recordings to see if anything else happened on this night. But while scrubbing through all the videos, she found something else that she didn't even notice at first. And it's
Bruh,
something
again?
that you might have missed too while watching these clips.
A third one?
Early on, when the fireman kept looking at this couch as if seeing someone sitting there, this happens.
I didn't even know.
What now? A third incident? What, a dog barking? What is it?
Number 4. No, not that I mean, we've got like city black guys. Not towers, so.
Okay, the light goes out? I mean, lights do go out. What?
Whatever it was that the fireman kept seeing on this couch must have been so unsettling that he couldn't stop glancing over. Perhaps he was trying to make sense of what he was seeing, but it didn't help because looking this way only made things more baffling. Somehow, a candle that was burning bright goes out all of a sudden. Then later, another candle extinguishes. The two candles, combined with the fact that both firemen thought they saw someone sitting on the couch, makes this whole occurrence unsettling. With everything that occurred that night, it's no wonder why she can't help but think that a ghost or some paranormal thing was caught on camera. But like with most of these videos, it's never certain as to what was captured. Currently, there haven't been any updates on the situation.
Of course there hasn't.
But until then, this one has yet to be explained. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Alright, well, I think the first one was definitely him putting his leg on it and it like moving up when he left. But the second one, I don't know. Or the first one, I guess, as to why it got up, I'm not entirely sure. But she could have recorded this on top of the other one without him there. And then like, oh, look, it got up again. Whoever was there, it got up again. Ooh, spooky. But then also the candle things is like, it's like candles do extinguish when the little nub things are out, the little candle wicks. When they go out, they do, you know, they do go out on their own. Even like the tiniest wind would knock them out too. So like you do have your door open. So there's that. There could be like little wind blowing or even like the air conditioning going too much. But like I'm gonna assume mainly like probably the wind coming in from the door goes whoosh, 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 like that. Anyway, that's why those two went out, or they were just on the little nubs and they both kind of went out on their own and they just happened to go out when the firefighters were there. That was definitely a coincidence for sure. But my main thing is, why do they say this looks like a person? Hold on, where are you? Where'd it go? Okay, right here. How are you getting this looks like a person sitting on the ground? That is not bodily shaped in the slightest. It looks more like with something on top, like a weird looking rectangle thing with something on top right here, like a flat like frisbee looking thing, but like thicker than a frisbee. But anywho, that is not a person. I don't know how you got to that conclusion, but you know what? People's minds race. People's minds make up stuff and they see shit that aren't there, especially your eyeballs, you know what I mean? Anywho, I don't believe you're haunted. I just think that with all the lightning and everything that happened with, you know, it getting hit by the lightning, I just said that, but things just look off and different than what you're used to when your mind just kind of goes to those places, especially since you haven't updated on it and said anything about it lately. So I'm assuming your house is fine and not haunted. So debunked. Hell yeah. All right, now for the rating. I'm gonna give this a whopping, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5 Ugly Boogies, because it's not that spooky, but it's interesting for sure. I just think this is kind of like a camera malfunction, or it's like flashing something that's like almost like a mirror image of something. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like that's not a person. I just think the camera malfunctioned. But then also I just don't really know how the couch thing worked, except for maybe what Bizarre Bub said. The guy got up from the couch and the couch went back to normal, and then she kind of like did a whole another video on top of it and was like, oh, but he's not there this time. But obviously it was videoed, edited, whatever. Anywho, that's just what I think. Let me know down in the comments what you all think of this one. How can you debunk it? But yeah, that was my rating. All right. Next.
She doesn't even go here.
Number 4.
Now this next video was sent in by Nia22, who writes that she took this recording back in 2014. She remembers filming this moment right away, just in case she needed proof for anyone who wouldn't believe her.
Oh, the dog
While
is
staying
wearing
over
a
at her grandmother's
stitch
house, her grandma's
thing.
dog Coco began staring at
A
the
stitch
ceiling.
onesie for dogs.
But Coco had no reason to look there, as nothing was on the
So cute.
ceiling. She would just stare at it before hiding underneath the bed.
Aw.
Turns out, she was looking at the 2 ribbons attached to the ceiling fan, one of which is moving by itself. But then suddenly, something happens that terrifies everyone inside.
What?
Here's my old phone, just to prove that it's not edited or anything.
This is Nia's footage.
2014.
Watch.
Holy shit.
Bro.
Did that boy text you yet?
No, look. Coco can tell something's wrong. Do you see that? The
All right.
ribbon.
It looks like it's getting tugged.
Coco.
Why are you scaring your own dog? That's not nice.
Coco.
She just wants to
What you
live
doing down here?
and be happy. She doesn't want to be scared. Y'all are scaring your own damn dog. What the hell? Okay, it's definitely being tugged by the bottom, which means there's maybe like a string attached to it.
Bye, Coco.
And someone's going whoop, whoop.
What the f... Wha-
I was gonna say, is it an earthquake? Maybe it's an earthquake. That's why her bed's acting like that.
In a panic frenzy, both Nia and her cousin jump out of bed. Thinking that an earthquake was happening right then,
Yeah, an earthquake.
they immediately hop off, only to see that nothing else in the room was shaking. If nothing around the bed or below it was there to cause a tremor, then what did? As Nia believes, Coco had crawled out from under the bed as she sensed that something wasn't right.
Bye, Coco.
Bye.
Like most videos involving dogs that see things that aren't there, this one seems to suggest that something unexplainable was at play here. Perhaps the ribbon wasn't what was getting Coco's attention, but instead, whatever was moving it. Had Coco sensed something that might explain the rocking frame? Or had something else been at play here? As she writes, only Coco might know the answer to this.
Nope. Okay, so the ribbon. Look at the ribbon. Yep, it's getting tugged like right
The
here.
ribbon.
Look at it, near the bottom, it's getting tugged. And then the rest of it
Coco.
goes along with it. And that ribbon, it just takes like the tiniest effort to move it like it did. But like, you just tie a little wire to it that no one can see and then just tug at it. That's literally all you have to do. There's no weird like spookiness going on. But also the poor doggy, she didn't know what was going on. She was just looking at it being moved, and then they're scaring their own damn dog. That's shameful. That's really shameful. Poor Coco. As for the bed shaking, I believe it is. I'm mean, that does kind of look funny though, the way it moves. But I do think it's an earthquake. I do think it's an earthquake. They don't show around the room that if anything else is like moving or shaking, we just, you know, have their word to go on it. So it's like, do we believe them? Not really. Or if it's not an earthquake, someone else could have gotten under the bed and started shaking it after the dog left because we didn't see them show under the bed after or during the fact that the bed was shaking. They need to show that. Otherwise, we can't believe you. You know what I mean? So anyway, with all that information, I believe I debunked it. And for the rating, I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 Oogie Boogies. It wasn't scary, could be easily explained away, and for the fact that you scared your own damn dog. That's just rude. Poor Coco, I hope she's doing all right now. All right. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what you all think of this one. And with that, next.
She doesn't even go here.
It's late at night when two girls are home alone having what appears to be a sleepover at either girl's place. It's unknown whose house was hosting this mini slumber party, but whether hosted by the girl recording this or the one who's seen on camera, it's safe to assume that they won't be having any more sleepovers at this house. As the video shows, something pretty creepy was captured while both girls stayed up late.
Walking really funny.
Now the girl talking behind the camera is known as K. Marie, and she took this video way back when she was still attending grade school. It's been more than a few years now since the time of this recording, but still, to this day, she hasn't forgotten about this.
Interesting.
As K. Marie writes, me and my cousin are messing around and we caught something strange. This is her video. Take a look.
And go over there and then go like, ooh. Dude, what the heck, man? Who are you? Hello? What is that? Did you guys see that?
It's interesting.
It happens quickly, but a strange, translucent-like figure passes by. Little K. Marie knew that she saw something, but wasn't entirely sure what it was. Almost immediately after asking, "Who are you?" a seemingly translucent, wispy-like figure flies above her head.
Dude, what the heck, man? Who are you?
Dude, what the heck, man?
Hello?
What the heck, man?
What is that?
It just shoots across so fast that you can't make out its shape. Whatever this was is just weird. But this wouldn't be the only weird thing recorded, because much later, K. Marie captures this.
Trying to figure out what that is.
That. Did you guys see that? Come on. Come here. Come here.
See what? What am I
A
looking at?
voice saying "come here" is heard on video. It's a barely audible voice sounding much like a whisper that seems to be aimed at K. Marie. Although she didn't hear it at the moment, she strangely repeats those same words herself moments later.
So she did hear it.
Come here.
It's unknown as to where this voice came from or why she repeated those same words, but nothing is as baffling as what occurs
I
next.
didn't hear anything except for her.
It was just moments earlier that this was caught in the living room. Watch closely.
Hello from the other side.
Okay. Oh, that's just her friend.
Getting really funny.
On the surface of this TV screen, a reflection of something moving appears out of nowhere. Mind you though, that K. Marie is sitting down during this time, and her cousin is in the other room. If no one else was home, then who was this? And why is
Her cousin, I guess. He was just walking by right there. I mean, there is a wall, so that's definitely her cousin walking by like she was going in and out the entire time.
it that this is seen and not the flash from K. Marie's phone? As she points out, the screen showed no reflection of the camera flash or the light from inside the room behind her. In short, nothing that night made any sense. It's for this reason that she shares this video so that someone can explain this. While there has yet to be a definitive explanation, she continues to wonder just what exactly happened that night.
Hello from the other side.
I mean, that's just her friend, or I mean, her cousin saying, hey. like right behind her. I don't know what the fuck this is. I assume this is what people call an orb, right? Like spiritual beings flying around and shit. I guess. I don't know. I mean, it kind of just like looks like kind of like maybe like hair floating around, and then it just looks like an orb or like a weird, strange thing, bing, floating around. I didn't hear the whisper. I only heard her saying, "Come here." If anyone was whispering, it was her cousin right here. And then also in the reflection of the TV, it was just her cousin again walking around because her cousin's been moving back and forth, and there is that wall, which she would be gone from the reflection. So anyway, there's that. I don't think it's anything because she hasn't really posted anything either. Like if it was really a ghost or like a poltergeist, she would have been having a lot more stuff every day, not just that one night. So that doesn't make any sense. I just think it was those two just whispering, having a good time in their minds, just kind of like wander out a bit. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 Oogie Boogies. I think I explained it very well in my own terms, but it wasn't scary, it wasn't spooky, and it was just them. It was all them. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna give it for now. Let me know what you all rated this. And yeah, next.
She doesn't even go here.
Numero dos.
Now the following video was recorded inside a subway carriage with not many passengers on board. The person who took this is known as Mark Ogpas, and apparently, while taking a late night train back to his hotel, he saw something that made his skin crawl. According to Mark, I caught something that was not normal and gave me goosebumps. Now just for context, this video was taken in 2023 after Mark had come back from playing at a festival that same night.
Oh, cool.
Given that Mark is both a musician and a singer, he rarely posts anything that isn't about making songs or singing on stage. One look at his channel and you'll find clips of him either playing at sold out venues or jamming with friends.
Living his life, man.
All of his videos have nothing to do with anything creepy or paranormal. That is, until recently. After sharing countless videos about music, Mark uploads something that he's kept private for 3 years.
3 years.
On the night of September 2nd, 2023, Mark was riding a train in the city of Vienna with friends and family who had just seen him perform at a venue that just ended. Not sure if he was just seeing things, he takes out his phone and records this.
Why are you recording on a train? That's weird. I mean, why are you just randomly pointing at that direction too? It's a woman wearing a veil. That is strange, but there are lots of weird people
on all passengers on
trains and
board,
buses.
one rider stands out the most. Sitting alone and appearing quite stiff is someone who's dressed in all black. They don't move and show no expression whatsoever on their face. Like a body devoid of any life, they remain still while staring off with a dead gaze.
Maybe she's just
Now,
sad,
of course,
depressed.
the odds of this being an actual person dressed in funeral attire are not low, but being dressed as a mourner in the dead of night with a stiff demeanor will definitely spook anyone. However, what makes this truly unsettling is a tiny detail that Mark mentions. According to him, when he showed this video to his friends who were sitting across from the lady in black, they told him that they didn't see anyone sitting there at the time.
Oh, how convenient.
The seat was entirely empty as they recall. The mourner, as Mark calls her, was only seen by him and thankfully by a few others around him. But of course, what do you think? Had Mark captured a full-figure apparition on camera? Or did he just record someone who strangely appeared lifeless while dressed in funeral garments? As always, I'll let you come up with your own conclusion.
I mean, how convenient. This is definitely a fucking person. The nose, the eye outline, the lips, the whole fucking face, the veil. This is definitely a person. This is not an apparition of a ghost. All right, this is a legitimate person. How convenient for them to say, oh, we didn't see her. She wasn't there. But then other people who are with him said they saw her. Like, make up your minds. Y'all need to get, like, if you're gonna make a video like this, y'all need to, like, be, like, in on it and be like, no one else saw it but this one guy. Because other people saw it, and then the people next to her didn't see it. Yeah, right, all right. Otherwise, y'all just weren't paying attention, I guess. But, like, people do randomly dress up like this. for whatever reason they want to, but also, what if she just did come back from a funeral? What if she's depressed? She doesn't have to move. She doesn't have to do anything, you know? It just looks like she's staring off really into space, like diagonally, you know? Probably she has a lot on her mind. You don't know what's going on in her life, you know? All right. Well, that was pretty quickly debunked. This is a woman just wearing a veil. Whatever. This, you know what? I'll give you a 2 out of 5 Oogie Boogies though, just because it is kind of creepy that a woman in black attire is just sitting there on a bus like that. But again, it does happen. But it is a bit creepy when you find, you know, when you see it, when you come across it, for sure. Anywho, let me know what you all think of this and rate it. Next.
She doesn't even go here.
Number 1.
It was during a school field trip to the mountains that the following was caught on camera. Now it's worth noting that the exact source of this clip is unknown. It seems that whoever took this video was most likely either a student or a teacher who was accompanying the students on this bus. But as it seems, someone or something else had also been accompanying the group, or at least stayed close to them. Throughout the entire video, no one on this bus notices anything strange during their trip. Whether distracted by the mountain scenery via the bus window or the large dash cam inside the shuttle, no one had noticed the thing that appears during this recording. See if you can notice anything strange in this clip. Watch closely.
What? Should I have seen it already? I mean, it's kind of giving me a headache though. Like all the moving back and forth, but besides that, I don't see anything weird.
Now at first glance, it seems that nothing unusual appears inside the bus.
Yeah.
And actually, that's true, because what was captured doesn't appear inside, but instead, outside. If it weren't for the live dash cam inside this bus, this wouldn't have been captured. Pay close attention to the TV that's linked up to the dash cam.
What? A weird figure moving? Okay. An animal.
In front of the bus, a mysterious figure passes by. Whether walking or running, something about its movement seems quite unnatural. It just seemingly staggers across the bridge as if limping or tottering before disappearing. But by far, its appearance is the most uncanny. Whatever this is doesn't appear to have a torso. What looks like a pair of moving legs are only seen on camera, but the rest of the body, nowhere. Now, because there isn't much info on the video, it isn't known if anyone else had spotted the figure, but if they did, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that this would have scared the living daylights out of them. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Okay, so you said it was following them the entire time, but you only show it in one part of the video on the dash cam. It's not like it followed them like throughout each time. Like obviously when you move, you're in different parts of the world, right? Because you're moving along, but you only showed it at one part at that, like the tiny little bridge part, not other parts of where they came from or went to. So it wasn't following them the entire time like you said. So why'd you say that? That's just fucking weird. And it's definitely not 2 legs without a body. I think that's just a creature. It's too small to even be 2 pairs of legs. Like what? That's just a creature moving out of the fucking way so it doesn't get run over. It does look weird moving for sure because the TV is grainy. The dash cam's grainy as hell, but it just doesn't want to get run over. I just think it's a creature that lives wherever the hell they took this video from. And it was like, you know what? I don't want to get run over today, so I'm gonna move out of the way. That's about it. All right. I don't know how this made the #1 spot, but somehow it did. Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 Oogie Boogies. I debunked it. It's not a weird, just pair of legs. That's just a weird thing to like say. Or like think it is, but like anywho, definitely weird looking on this camera, but other than that, nothing strange about it. All right, well those were some spooky videos by Bizarre Bub. Let me know down in the comments below what you all thought of these. Let me know what you rated them. Are they real? Are they fake? But yeah, other than that, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. So yeah, like it, dislike it, but at least subscribe.